special topic, international training on 7 C's of public speaking. This training will conduct none other than, she is a renowned women empower leader, renowned public speaker, world famous trainer, none other than Dr. Ruby Bakshi from Switzerland. Dr. Ruby will teach you today how to conduct a public speaking, how to overcome your fear, and many more things. So I welcome you all to join here, and you can ask questions in any time. Through in comments, Dr. Ruby will give answer to all of you. Yes, Dr. Ruby, you can say something.
Shubho Sandhya, Bangladesh. I hope you're all feeling fine. Apnara Valo Achan. I just wanted to have a quick connection with you all, so I thought I'll speak to you in Bangla so that we connect instantly. It's really nice to see you all. Really, really very, very welcoming crowd. Lots and lots of you. Namaskar from Switzerland.
Oh, great. So, Dr. Ruby, now time is here. So you can move with Ure. You can share your screen. On that time, I will hear. After that, I go in backstage.
All right.
You can share your screen from your side.
Thank you. Thank you so much. All right.
Dear viewers, I'd like to request to all of you, please share this video to your timeline as well as your Facebook group. Okay. Yes, Dr. Ruby.
All right. So a very, very good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whoever is watching on this live webinar. What is public speaking? So welcome to this public speaking session. It's something interesting. It's something fun, only if you like to speak. So today I'm going to talk to you about public speaking, the 7 C's. So as an educationist based here in Switzerland, I always like to teach my students with simple acronyms, because when you learn, when you study, it should be fun. You know, it should not be just learning for the heck of learning. It should be the learning so that you understand and visualize what to do and how to do. So just to give you a small introduction about myself, I'm based here in Switzerland. I teach students in bachelor's, master's, and doctorate programs. I give lessons in human resources, communication, and luxury. And as you can see, I'm very passionate about talking. I'm very passionate about teaching people. So I thought, why not reach out to the people through this session where most of you can benefit and most of you can learn how to be a good speaker. We all like to speak, but speaking can be more fun. Speaking can be more interesting if you do it with 7 C's. So the very introduction of what is 7 C's is here for you. Any kind of information, any kind of speech can be fun if you are able to see and understand these 7 C's. On your screen, you see all these C's, which are very important and very interesting if you understand each one, how to use, when to use, and where to use. All right, pay attention. How to use, where to use, and when to use. So these are the various C's. We are going to cover each one separately so that you understand each one what it is. So the very first one, complete. Any information that you're looking for, any information that you like to give to the people has to be complete. That's most important. It has to be complete, because only when the information that you're speaking is complete is more valid. People tend to understand better. People tend to initiate better because that information is complete in itself and you're not missing some links. So if you are up on the stage and talking, speak slowly and complete the sentence. You are not in a hurry. You don't have to run. So complete each sentence, how you speak, what to say, and when to say. So that's the first C. Any information has to be complete. Make note of it. Okay, I'm going to ask you what are the C's that we just discovered. So now we move to the second C, which is concrete. The literal meaning of concrete is any information that you talk about has to be concrete, that is solid. So whatever you say it with conviction. So sometimes, like if you're talking about something, I need to go, I need to do this, but you're not talking with conviction, people may not take it seriously. So you have to be very careful how you keep the information with concrete info as well as background. Only when the information is concrete, you tend to understand better. Okay, I can see some of you are saying concrete. Very good. Yes, that's it. Concrete. And when you talk about the literal meaning of concrete, it means whatever information you are giving, give facts. So concreteness comes when you're giving facts. Very good. Yes, number one is complete. Yes, Bizanur and Almanir. Yes. Second is concrete with solid facts and figures. You know, when we say figures, it's like 60% of the people are coming, 80% of the people are going. So these are facts and figures. But if you talk in general, so many people came, so many people laughed, then it is not fun, right? So that's concrete. Number two, it's concrete. Communication has to be complete and concrete. Then third is courtesy. Very good, Maseed. Yes, complete and concrete. Excellent. Yes, and this I can see that you are following very well. So when we say the third C, it is courtesy. Courtesy is just as when I came, I said, Namaskar, Bangladesh, right? So that's when I'm talking about I'm trying to be respectful because I see so many of you have come from Bangladesh. There are a lot of people coming from all over the world. So it's hello to everyone. So as a public speaker, you have to be very courteous. When you go on the stage, say respectful words. Good morning, everyone. Hello, everyone. I'm very happy. I'm very honored to be here. So that you are showing that you're courteous towards the people, towards the audience. Exactly. Very good, Zohan. So when you are courteous towards the audience, they like you. They are instantly with you because you feel you are respecting them and they are respecting you back, right? So that's courtesy. Number three. Okay, pay attention. So when we say courtesy, it is very important for the people to consistently keep on saying yes, thank you, encourage them, go back, then come back again. All right. So now we move to the fourth C, that is correct. Any information has to be correct only if you state the facts. So as I said, if it's concrete, that means you're giving all the information. You are telling each and everything properly. Exactly. Very good. I can see everyone is feeling very nice. So when you are correct, automatically audience connects with you because you are honest. There's honesty in your information. So when there is honesty in the information, people start interpreting the information properly because they feel, yes, the speaker is here for giving information which is valid, which is reliable, and automatically we connect to it. All right. So now I'm going to stop my screen to ask you and see how much you followed, right? So come on, tell me, what are the things that you just said or saw? Which are the four things that we just did? Brilliant. Very good. I see that you all are following very well. Correct? Yes. So if you pay attention on these four C's, you understand better. Excellent, Tofel. Complete, concrete, courtesy, and correct. Very good, Nazmul. So that's when you have paid attention on these four, you are clear that information is taken care and you're moving properly. People are there with you. Exactly. Very good, Nishat. It's important only when you pay attention on these four, you are kind of becoming more and more creditable. People start relating to you, they start understanding you. Excellent, Mahsoor. Very good, Rahman. Very good. So it's very important when you are talking about the four C's loud and clear, any information is complete, concrete, You are courteous, always saying things that are giving the audience a value. Just as I'm saying, bravo, very good, Abdullah, very good, Fatima. So that's, you are consistently being courteous and at the same time giving value to your viewers, right? Because here we are on a virtual platform. We don't have a real platform. But if you were on a stage, you would be doing it by bending down, by clapping, by doing namaskar, those kind of things that shows that you are courteous towards your audience, right? So now we move to the next four C's that were here. So now we have, after we have talked about the information that is correct and you are kind of clear with what you're talking about, anything that you say, it has to be loud and clear. Because when you're speaking, open your mouth clearly. English is not our mother tongue, so we're not just talking about English. You could be doing public speaking in any language, right? Any language. So when you do public speaking, make sure if you're holding the mic, so for example, this is your microphone, right? So when you're holding it, hold it very strongly and speak the words clearly, right? So when you're holding it, it's normal that sometimes you will be nervous, so the hand is going a bit shaky, you're scared. So make it a point that you are holding the microphone, if it's in your hand, little lightly. Okay, don't hold it tightly, very lightly, as if it's something very delicate. And then start saying the words by opening your mouth loud and clear. It's very important when you speak, open with clarity, and the words that come out your mouth should be visible when very audible. Maybe some people in the audience, they are not able to hear very well. So when you open the mouth, they are able to see. That is why I say visible and audible, both. Clear? Making sense? So that's the fifth C, which is whenever you speak, however you speak, you have to make sure that you are speaking clearly and with conviction. So when you're speaking, so imagine right now I'm here in front of you on a virtual platform, right? Exactly. It increases confidence. Very good. Very good. So when you're on a virtual platform, you are not having the audience connection. I'm trying to see, like, it's the first time today that I'm using another screen so that I can read your comments as well as come back to my slide. So it's amazing. But if you lose connection, okay, or if you're not with your audience and you're not clear about your message that you want to communicate, the whole intention is gone, right? So whatever your message is, like here we are talking about public skills, public speaking. So the message should be loud and clear. People should not be confused. What is the person talking, right? So, and it only comes if you are clear about how you speak and as well as your message. What is the message here? What are you trying to give or talk to the audience? Clear? So that's very important, to have confidence and to understand what people are saying, how people are saying. They need to have clarity in voice as well as message. So remember, the fifth C is a bit more detailed, because we are talking about two types of clarity: clarity of message and clarity of voice, how you are speaking. I could see many of you were writing, we are not able to hear, noise problem, sir, it's not working. Are you able to understand how I'm speaking clearly? Yes, are you able to understand? I want to see you write. Are you able to understand what I'm saying? Is it clear? My voice is clear to you? You understand very well? Okay, very good, Nahid, very good. And also when you're speaking, sometimes we go in places where the communication is so boring that we start feeling sleep. We are not paying attention. So make sure when you are speaking, audience is there with you. Excellent, excellent. Very good, Hasnal. Very good. So make sure that the audience is there with you. And it is only possible when you are clear in terms of what you are saying and how you are saying. I can see that we are experiencing some kind of lag. So your information is coming a bit slowly to me, but it's okay. It's fine. At least it is visible. So there's no problem of communication here, right? So now we move to the next C, that is the sixth C, consideration, right? So in the beginning, you were not able to hear Mr. Yousuf clearly, right? आपको सुनाई नहीं दे रहा था clearly. So you were all writing, sir, it is not clear, sir, it's not, there is a problem in message, there's a problem in sound, right? You were all saying like that. So consideration is when I as a person thinks, if I am having problems in listening, or if I'm having problems of understanding, maybe others are also having it, right? So you need to use your emotional intelligence. As a public speaker, you don't know if everyone understands English, because right now we are speaking in English. Maybe some of you don't understand English very well, right? So we have to be considerate, we have to think like the audience. I need to think like you, what you are feeling, how you are feeling. Okay, so that is, I'm trying to have an emotional connection. So only when you have good emotional connection, people like it, people understand better. Very good, very good. Yes, yes, Muhammad. So consideration is that if I have to talk to children, I will talk like children. Hi, how are you? I'll talk to them as I'm talking to a kid. Right now I'm talking to adults, grown-ups. I don't know who all are there. Maybe there are some teenagers or some people who are really old, much, much older than me. So I have to be a bit courteous at the same time and considerate at the same time. It's evening for you guys. It's morning for some guys. It's afternoon for some people. Like here in Switzerland, it's 4:30, right? So I have to be considerate in terms of pay attention to what is the time, where are you, how you're feeling. So if there are a lot of people who are standing, I, as a public speaker, should try to see that how I can make them feel comfortable, even if they're standing. So say something that they feel happy. Say something, thank you so much, guys, for standing and listening to me. So that's showing your consideration. All right? Clear? It's making sense? So that is being showing consideration to the masses, to the people that you are there with them. Clear? And now we move to the last one, that is concise. So any information that you are talking, any information that you are giving to the audience has to be concise. It should not be so much or so lengthy that the audience starts feeling bored, or they don't feel it is valid. So make sure any information that you are giving, any information that you are sharing, it is valid and it is going very well with the people and they understand what is happening. So concise, when we say concise, it simply means like, how do you see the information? How do you understand the information? So when we talk about concise, the basic meaning is that it should not be so small or it should not be so much that people don't like it so much, right? So it is very important for everyone to understand that whatever information you are giving, whatever information you are sharing, it is concise, it is to the point, and people associate it faster. All right. So it is very important whenever you're talking about any info, make it, keep it to the point, right? Don't make it too long, because when the information is too long, yes, yes, Sabrina, very good. Concise is to keep it short. Do not make it so lengthy that people don't appreciate it. So that's concise, and it is very important for everyone to understand when we talk about any information or when we talk about anything that is that keeps people happy or that keeps people motivated for a long time. They should be keeping it to the point. Don't stretch it too much that people don't appreciate, or don't make it too big that people are not comfortable. So now I'm again going to stop the screen and talk to you to see how much you followed till now. So we just did the 7 C's. I'm going to talk a little bit more in detail about what are the things that are important. So very good, Saiful. Very good. You have all the 7 C's bang on. Very good. Yes. Even complex exams or things which we are doing, it requires to do those kind of things. Excellent, Psychod. That's very good. Yes, yes. Use of emotion intelligence. Oh, you're a great student. I like it. Very, very nice. So these are the basic 7 C's, which are very important for any person, for any individual to have contact with the audience, right? So after you have this information, you have that clear in your mind, these are the 7 C's. Yes, I can see everyone has written very well. You all are brilliant students. And I'm loving it. Great. Yes, very good, Shamima. That's wonderful. So when you have the information of these 7 C's, now what you need to do is use more and more your emotional intelligence and the good pose and the correct pose. What should be there? After having the literal information about what you're going to speak, how you're going to speak, excellent, very good. Because when we're talking about public speaking, these things are the basics. Yes. Yeah, we'll be coming to question answer soon. What is the difference between public speaking and what was the question? I think I missed the question. What's the difference between public speaking and something? And business presentation. Excellent. Zubair, public speaking is when you're talking in front of people. Like right now, also I'm doing public speaking. It's virtual, right? I'm not on a platform. And when we're doing a business presentation, you're doing it for your work. You could be doing for your college, you could be doing for your school, you could be doing for the corporate that you're working for. So that's related to business, that's related to your topic of work that you are doing. So you may or may not be focusing on other things. It could be just a regular presentation. But when you're doing public speaking, you need to pay attention on a lot of things, which we are going to cover in the coming slides. How should be your body language? What you should be speaking? Because when you do a business presentation, it's more content. You know, what you're going to talk about, the content is important. But when you're doing public speaking, it's not just content. We are going to see soon. It's not just the content, it's also your entire body language, the things that you are saying, how you are saying, the place, how you're using the place, and all those things, right? Okay, very good, very good. So now I'm again coming back. I can see that you have been a great audience. You're doing very well. I like it the way you are going ahead. So now we move on to give a nutshell. These were the 7 C's of public speaking, which you all have been writing very well. Excellent, excellent. Now we are going to see, as I just said, what are the things which are important? You know, this is one part. 7 C's is one part. Now it is your body language. Because when you're a public speaker, you had just asked, one of the persons had just asked the question, difference between public speaking and business presentations. So now we are going to focus on that. As a public speaker, your work is not finished just by delivering the content. So if you see the diagram here, it clearly says 55%, which is a major chunk, is your hand movements, your face, your arms, and especially if you're on a stage, how you use the stage. So that's 55%. And what you're speaking, it is just 7%, right? It is just 7%. So you can see yourself, we make so much precautions, we take so much time to prepare our speeches, but it is just 7%, right? Or here, it is how you are standing, how you are moving, whether you're smiling, whether you have a strict face, funny face, that is a major thing, because you just have first 60 seconds to win the audience, whether you're on face, whether you're doing face-to-face presentations or virtual presentations. And 38% is when you're talking about something exciting, when you're talking about something wow, you know, so you have to raise your voice. When you're talking something serious, make a serious face and slow down, right? Slow down. Take a breath. Be silent for some time and then say it. So that is your voice modulation, which is 38%. So this graph especially shows you very clearly what is the impact of body language, what is the impact of your voice modulation, and the exact content that you're using in your communication, right? So it is very important in order to understand what are the various things and how it works in terms of seeing these things separately. Clear? So now we move to another one, the postures. Should we engage the audience by asking some questions? Very good, Ariful. That's a very good question. Yes, you should always engage the audience by asking questions. You have to keep an eye on the audience, how they are doing, what they are saying, because if you don't do so, probably, you know, you can miss on the audience. They may not be there with you. So that's a very good question. Yes, you need to engage your audience by asking questions. You need to pay attention that they are there with you, because sometimes if you lose your audience or if you don't have connection, probably they are gone, right? So that's a very good question, that yes, you have to. Yes, Ramesh, you said, I have a question. How can I deliver any bad news in a good way? Brilliant question. That's a very, very good question. So, when we're talking about how to deliver a bad news, but in a good way, this postures help you. The tone, the voice, it helps you. So, sometimes when you have to deliver a bad news, you are already creating a scenario which makes your audience bit comfortable. You start speaking, raising your voice, or calming down in such a way that they are with you. So the posture or the tone of the room, like set it up. If it's something fun, it has to be in fun way. If it has to be something serious, so by your body language, by your face, by your mood, you can deliver any kind of news, right? And it's normal, because when you are talking about it, people will definitely pay attention to those things. So use the right words, use the thing which makes the audience bit comfortable. So, like, if you have to say something which is very bad, start with the good news first, or start with something, it's a good day today, how you feeling, I just came to talk to you about something, and boof, give the news. And at the same time, be comfortable, come back to them, make them feel that you are there with them. So these are some of the postures which are important when you are paying attention, especially on public speaking. I'll be coming to your questions soon, guys. Yes, wonderful. I can see that there are a lot of questions here. I'll just answer the questions. Let me just pay attention on your the way you should be standing, the postures that you should be standing. So these, when you're closing your hands, it's already that you are uncomfortable, you're nervous, you're not comfortable with the people. So you're trying to even not maintain the eye contact. This is nervousness. This is showing that you are concerned about something, you are worried about something, right? So this is not a very good way of dealing with the audience, because people don't appreciate it. When you are giving a public speech, make sure that your body language is strong, and you have a wow pose, which is when you're standing, when you're with your audience, you should have an open posture. Hands should be open, looking up, looking down, moving left, moving right. Make sure that you have power poses. So when you are talking to the people, it is very, very important how you can maintain the power poses. It's very important that make sure, even if you're a bundle of nerves, even if you're nervous inside, make sure that you make them feel you are relaxed, you are comfortable, you are completely fine, you know what is happening, right? It happens with me also. I mean, when I gave my first TEDx talk, I was nervous, I was not feeling well. And I know some of you have already seen, I could see a lot of people liking on the YouTube link as well as on my professional page. So I appreciate that you made it as an effort to see who the speaker is. So thank you so much for that. I saw that a lot of people, because when we were receiving registrations, I could see there were a lot of people who were checking on the YouTube, my YouTube channel, as well as my professional page on Facebook. So that is showing that you want to know who the person is. That shows that you're interested. And same is here. When you're speaking, make sure you are relaxed, you are comfortable. Even if you're like this, I was actually very nervous when I was giving my talk, but I acted. I just took a deep breath, and I show that I'm confident. And believe me, guys, when I was up on the stage, I looked at the crowd, everything was okay. Even inside, I was shaking, I was nervous. But on the stage, you should camouflage your feelings. And once you start speaking, you will automatically feel comfortable by seeing the audience. If audience is watching you like this, that means they like you. So you are with them. But if the audience is not okay with you, or if the audience is kind of getting bored, they don't like you, that means you need to do something else. And this is what is the 6 P's of public speaking. Right? It's very, very important. I'm again going to stop the screen share to have bit of answering your questions, to see what you are looking for. So as I was telling, it's very important. We will be discussing now in detail what it is and how it is. and how you should be holding the mic. Very good question, Mohammed. How you should be holding a mic when you're standing. So, for example, if this is your mic, hold it very lightly. You don't have to hold it very tight, because if you hold it tight, it will show on your nerves. So, your hand will be shaky, and it will show the tension will show on your hands. So make sure that you hold it lightly. It's very light. It's not making you feel nervous. Yes. So for a change, maybe you can start with whichever. If you're a left hander, you can start with left hand. If you're a right hander, you can start with the right hand, and then you can move. You don't have to be speaking like this or standing like this. You can always move around, right? And for showing, that's a good question, Tasmeen. To improve confidence, just remember one thing I'm sharing with you guys. As a public speaker, I always share some nuggets with my people, with my friends, with my audience. So, first thing is, you know everything, audience knows nothing. It's my secret I'm sharing with you. How you can get rid of feeling nervous or becoming more confident is this mantra: I know everything, audience knows nothing. Okay, remember, whenever you are going on a stage, whenever you're delivering your meeting or any presentation, remember Ruby's mantra, which is I know everything. Say it to yourself: I know everything, audience knows nothing. So even if you goof up, even if you struggle, or even if you forget something, it's fine. You are human. You have the right to make mistakes. But don't struggle. Don't show the nervousness. Camouflage your nervousness, right? Just take a deep breath and keep speaking. Do not flutter like la 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 la, or don't do these kind of things. Just go with the flow, and you will see that people will definitely like you. People will definitely appreciate you, right? And make sure that when you're speaking, don't keep on looking up or keep on looking down. You need to look at your audience. So look straight, look left, look right. Try to capture everyone. You may be looking eye to eye with some people. Make them feel that you are there for them. All right. So, yes, very good, Masood. Very good. I know everything. Everyone say to yourself loudly: I know everything. Audience knows nothing. So, you have the right to make mistakes. You have the right to forget something when you're speaking. After all, you're human. So, it's absolutely fine. All right. Great. Very good. That's Ruby's secret mantra. Very well said, Psychot. Yes, yes. So, you will never get mixed up, you will never feel sorry, and that will automatically boost your confidence. Believe me, a lot of my students, they practice it. When they come, initially they are a bundle of nerves, they are very nervous to speak, but when they finish my classes by the end of the term, they keep on saying this every time they make a presentation, and at the end of the term they are confident speakers. And so can be you. You will also be doing wonderful if you just remember this. It's great. You don't have to worry about anything, because you know everything and audience knows nothing. All right. So I'll again share the screen with the 6 P's of your public speaking, right? So coming back to this cloud, which is your 6 P's. This is again been made by me. I made this because as I said, I like teaching my students with acronyms, right? It is fun. You enjoy better. Very good, guys. Very good, Munzrul. Very good, Ahmed. Excellent. Yes. Keep on saying it to yourself and you will feel the difference. It will give you power. It will make you feel confident, because every time you have to go up on the stage, you'll be like, I can do it. I know it. I will definitely be a winner because I know everything and audience knows nothing, right? So now, guys, we are going to come to the 6 P's of public speaking. This again has been made by me. I initiated this because I like giving my audience some secret, easy nuggets, so that when they leave the class or when they leave the session, it's fresh. They know it. Okay. So the first P is the person. The 6 P's, the first P is the person, that is you. Okay. So as I said, when I'm going up the stage, I say to myself, I know everything. I know everything. So believe me, when I went to this, my first TEDx talk, I was very nervous, right? And I even had fever. I had fever and I had conjunctivitis. So, you know, when you have conjunctivitis, eye infection, you wear glasses so that you don't give the infection to anybody. So that's what I did. So I was up there with my glasses. It was not decided. Whole day I had been wearing glasses. But when I went up there, I asked the organizer, can I keep my glasses? Because instantly it came in my mind that I can use that as my prop. So that is you. You should be in charge of whatever you are doing when you are doing public speaking. You should know how to make audience cry, laugh, sing, clap, everything. So you should have that button. You should have that remote control. How and what to make or do the audience. So that's you. All right. So next P is the people. That is you, the audience, right? So when we're talking about the audience, as I said, this is second P that you need to pay attention to. How you can have a control over your audience. How can you make them feel happy? How can you make them feel understanding? How you can make them feel that this is good, this is not good, right? So these, when you have a good connection, as I said, using emotional connection, once you know you are emotionally connected with your audience, they will be there with you. They will be laughing with you. They'll be laughing at your jokes. They'll be smiling at your jokes. They'll be really doing whatever you want them to do. Third P is your power punch. So when we say power punch, it's like whatever you say it with conviction. It should be concrete. Remember, we just did the 7 Ps. So you have to take those from there. Exactly. Very good, Janatul. Control your audience. And that's possible with the power punch. So make your speech or give it at such a pitch that everyone is spellbound. They just love you. They just adore you. And that's only possible with the power punch. The people, right? Very good, Sunny. The people, they are going to be with you in terms of if you give them valid reasons, if you give them facts, if you give them figures, and the information is reliable. So these are the three which are very important in terms of understanding, right? And then comes your fourth P, which is the pitch. How you need to speak, how you can have control over what you are saying. Raising the voice, that you have to play with your voice, right? Play with your voice, use voice modulation. Like if you're saying something serious, make sure that you are not telling something which is not okay. People are understanding it, people are there with you, right? Then comes another one, which is the place. Where are you? Are you on a platform, or are you on a stage, or is it a virtual platform? Where exactly are you? You have to be very careful in terms of understanding who are the people who are there with you, who are the people who are going to be associated with you. So that's the place. So once you know if you're on a stage, you need to use that place very well, right? It is important for you so that you are associated well. And then the sixth one is your performance. What do you need to do? How do you need to do? You remember, do you all know about Shakespeare? Yes. So Shakespeare said, yeah, William Shakespeare, he said, life is a stage and we are all performers. We all need to play our parts. Life is a stage and we need to play our part. So same is here. When you are up on the stage, when you are speaking, you always go to a emotional roller coaster of speaking. What, how, when, where. So you need to perform. It's like when you are up there, if something goes wrong, it's okay. Just manage it, just control it so that you are comfortable in saying what you are saying and how you are saying. Okay. I don't know how many of you like movies. You like movies? Indian movies, right? So in Indian movies, we have the showman of Indian cinema. Yes, very good. The showman of Indian cinema. Yes, Mohtar, you like movies? And he said that the show must go on. Doesn't matter what. The show must go on. So if you are in the middle of something, if you've forgotten something, you're not clear, it's okay. Even if you planned everything A, B, C, D, it's not happening. You've forgotten something. Don't worry. Don't get nervous. It's fine. You have to perform. The show must go on. Same is here. When you are speaking up there, if you make a mistake, if you're not clear with your mistakes, it's fine. The show must go on because you have to have complete information. You have to have complete flow of ideas here. You may not be having a script which you're referring to. You're not seeing something. But when you're speaking up there, just remember these 6 P's and the 7 C's. Yes, Ribal, DDLJ, excellent. Yes, I can see that there are some music, Hindi cinema lovers here as well. Very good. Yes. So that's exactly the 6 P's. Person, that is you. Audience, that is the people. Power punch, that you say with conviction, whatever you say it loud and clear. Pitch, play with your voice. Exactly, Rahul. The show must go on. Very well said. Pitch, play with your voice. When it is something dramatic, you know, be quiet. Suddenly, shh, silence. When it's something fun, raise your voice. Speak with your eyes. Right now, we are just sitting here. I can just talk to you by showing my visual features, right? By showing my hands, by my eyes, and raising the voice and calming down. Fourth, your place where you are. So right now we are in virtual platform. Make the best of this virtual platform. Try to speak, try to use the screen best possible way, because you can't go in, you can't come inside. So you have to make sure that the screen is used very well. And the last one, the show must go on. So the performance is very important, how you do and when to do. So these are all the things that we see here, right? These are all the basics. Now we just did today the 7 C's of public speaking and 6 P's of public speaking. So I'm sure you have it all in clear in your mind that what we did, how we did, and some of the figures that I told you are important in terms of understanding. But it's not so easy, right? When we're talking, when I'm explaining, it looks fine, it looks great, like, yeah, this is what is important. But there are some challenges while talking, and that's what is very important in terms of understanding what are the various challenges we speak. So now you can use the chat window to tell me what are the challenges when you speak. Now you can open up your questions or come up with the ideas how you can overcome. I'm sure some of you have been doing great public speaking, some of you are already doing it. How do you want to do? Shaful, I'm not understanding what you mean to say. Can you please give us some examples about power punch? Yes, when we say power punch, it's like your power poses, how you stand on the screen, how you look towards the audience. If you're saying something which needs attention, bend down on the stage. So if you're standing on the stage, bend down and speak with strong and clear words because you want to make an impact. So there are a lot of movies, like, you can see it in Hindi movies when people talk about something, some dialogues. When we leave the theater, those dialogues resonate, right? So those are the power punches. Um, Something could be like, be the change you want to see in the world. So that's a power punch. When you're leaving, or when you're ending your presentation, or when you're ending your speech, give a power punch. Start with a quote or ask questions with the audience. All these are power punches. So when we leave the session, people remember those power punches. Or, I'm the man of my own destiny. Or if I say the 6 P's of public speaking, that's Ruby's mantra. So those are power punches, right? How to speak in front of a huge audience without preparation? Very good question. Very good question. So when you're speaking, what you are going to speak, you should have control over the content. You should know the content. Because if you're speaking on, like, if you don't know anything about finance and someone is asking you to comment on finance, of course you're going to struggle because that's not your area. But if you're speaking on something that's your area, then of course you can keep on improvising as you are speaking. So make sure that you are improvising, make sure that the information is there with you, and involve the people. Like, when you're speaking, don't just keep on speaking, involve the people, ask them, okay, did you hear this? How did it happen? What do you know about it? So like this, it's a dialogue. So other person is also speaking and you are not left behind. How to remove mumbling while speaking? Very good question. Very good question, Zisun. Very good. So when we are mumbling, it's like either you could be doing mirror therapy. Mirror therapy. Take a mirror, like something like this, right? So take a mirror, stand in front of the mirror and speak whatever you want to speak, a movie dialogue, sing a song, anything that you like, right? So when you do this, you'll notice you'll start getting comfortable with yourself. Or sometimes, when you're speaking, make sure that you have, like, maybe a chocolate, or maybe something like, something which has seeds. So if you have something in your mouth, you are able to pronounce your words more clearly and loudly. So maybe keep something like, like a ball or something inside. While speaking, there are a lot of speaking balls available in the market, or some fruits, they have those things, seeds inside. So keep the seed inside and try to speak, or keep walnuts inside and speak. So that with mirror therapy and keeping something inside, you will be able to overcome your mumbling or stuttering problems. How do I know what topics are going to be greatest interest to my audience? Well, that you never know. It's like when you're going prepared with something, right? So when you're going up on the stage, you already know what you're going to talk about. So the content should be such, once you are standing up on the stage and you start speaking, you need to create interest amongst the audience, right? That you can never know from the beginning. If you are speaking in front of 100 people, how do you know what people like? You never know those things. But what you have in your control is what to say, how to make that content interesting, that people will be there with you. The audience is going to listen to you, right? What will be the maximum good timing for collecting audience attention? You have 60 seconds. It's just 60 seconds. Zaman, Rasul, Rashiduz, you just have 60 seconds for getting audience attention. So if in those 60 seconds, if you know they are there with you or they're listening passionately, you are good, right? So that's your power punch. The first 60 seconds, you need to speak something or you need to do something that audience is there with you. So if I say, Namaskar, Bangladesh, or good morning, India, all right, or I say, hello, Switzerland. So these are something which is catching attention. It is getting the audience back and people are there with you. They start understanding, they start paying attention. During seminar, if participants ask such question, but I don't know exactly the answer, then how can I overcome the situation? Very good, Shariar. That's a very good question. It's normal. You're not God that you will have answers to all the questions, and you're human, right? So it's fine. If you don't know, if you know nothing about what he said, then just say, well, to be honest, I think it might be this, but I'm not very sure. There is no you're not getting becoming smaller, or there's nothing like a hard fast rule that you have to know everything. If you don't know something, be honest, because every audience likes honesty. You don't show that you're too smart, or you don't cover up. Just be honest and you say, I think it could be this, but I'm not very sure. Something like this. How to remove our weakness when speaking in workplace? When speaking in workplace, it depends. If you're speaking in your own mother tongue, I don't think you would ever face problems. But some people do even face problems because they have problems in speaking in general, right? So I think by and by, mirror therapy is really a proven fact. It really helps. It will definitely help you if you start speaking in front of the mirror, practicing in front of the mirror, any kind of communication, any kind of conversation, it will make you comfortable, right? So it's important that you have to have confidence. You have to know how to use the words evenly and at the same time keep it consistent. If I made a mistake in public speaking at one of the audience caught the mistake, then what will I do? Okay, it depends, Nahid. Very good question, Nahid. It depends what kind of mistake you did. Did you goof up by saying something which is completely wrong? Like, did you say, I'm the best person, or I made the fastest this? If you're claiming something which is wrong, then you have lost the audience support, or you have lost the audience trust. But if you are making a mistake, like you stuttered, or you said something, or you mispronounced, like namaskar, and instead of namaskar you said namaskar, so that is something very basic. That's human error. It's okay. Just speak with confidence, just say a joke and move on. But if you say something which is wrong, something which is not okay, then it's very difficult to get the audience back with you. How can we improve on body language? Well, I just gave you the, if you want, I'll be sharing the slides, and then you can pay more attention on what are the things that are important. Have a open, like, hand should be open, eye contact, how you should be dressing up. Dresses also play a very, very important role when you are talking or when you're going for public speaking. Because if you are in, like, for example, if I'm in India, I wouldn't hesitate wearing black, white, red, blue. These are the colors when you're doing a formal presentation. If you're doing an informal presentation, you can play with the colors. It could be light yellow, mauve, light pink. So body language is a mix of your eye movement, hand movements, and the dress that you wear and the country you are in. I would never think of wearing a pink in Switzerland, because the country is very different. They are always emphasizing on colors which are very sober. So that's why you have to be very careful which country you are in, which are the people that you are interacting with, and the language. When you're speaking the words, make sure you use easy words. The vocabulary should be easy and understandable, right? I feel nervous when in front of the huge audience, in front of the public camera, and yeah, that's very normal. It's very, very normal. Even I used to be very nervous. I never thought I would be speaking in front of the camera. I would be speaking in front of so many people. But it's just by and by, that's where emotional intelligence comes into action. uh, all these things, they come with emotional quotient. By and by, the more confident you become, the more you see that audience is accepting you, they are there with you, it will give you confidence, you'll feel happy, and you'll start speaking more confidently. But if you're not able to do it, it might take some time. You shouldn't be disheartened. I used to be a very shy girl. Some of my friends who are here in the audience watching or listening me on Facebook or on LinkedIn, you know it, how I was back then when I was in school or in college. I was a very shy girl. But by and by, when I started speaking, when I started interacting with the audience, it started giving me more and more confidence. And here I am talking to all of you here. So nothing is impossible. If I can do it, you can also do it. So just take a dig and do not be afraid of trying. Because if you don't try, you will not know what you are missing or what you are more capable of. How can we manage annoying audience who make irrelevant questions? Very good, Zubair. That's a great one. Well, you don't have to show on the audience that you don't like it. Just say something which will be befitting to what they're asking. Okay. Never annoy the audience. If you see that they are annoying you, never show it to them. Never show it on your face that saying something which is unpardonable or something which is not okay. So make sure that you are very courteous. Remember the 7 C's. You should be always courteous with the audience. Never, ever show them a frown on the face, because then the connection goes away. Then you have lost the connection. To what extent storytelling is important during public speaking? Storytelling is a very good way of interacting or connecting with the audience. It's a very good way, very good question. These days, lots and lots of people are starting with narration. They're starting with a question. They're starting with a small story about themselves or someone from history or some heroic person. It's great. It's a great form of having audience with you, because everyone likes listening to stories. So it's good to have audience engagement by telling a story. Which factor interferes the most when you experience fear of public speaking? Okay, so when the very first thing is the fear, how to overcome the fear, right? So when you're going up on the stage, if you're talking about the stage fear, when you're going up on the stage, just make sure you take a deep breath and look straight. Do not look left or right, just look straight across the room, whichever, how big the audience or how big the platform is, just look straight and start speaking. After maybe first few seconds, you'll start getting hang of it. So if your hands are shaking, make sure you keep your hands below, okay, side to side, and start, like, keep your hands fist and gradually open, close and gradually open, count in your mind, and you'll start feeling comfortable. It's not going to be nervous for a long time. Even if you're shaky, make sure, if you have a podium or something, or if you have a table in front of you, put your hands on the table or put your hands on the podium. So like this, you will feel more comfortable because there's a barrier in front of you. Normally, I don't advise people to keep or stand at the back of the podium. But if you're giving a speech and the university or college or whichever platform you're using has invited you, use that as your shield to protect you, and then make the speech, keeping your hands strongly on that particular thing, the dice, and that will make you feel comfortable. All right. Is there ideal time frame for having a public session? How can we use discourse markers to make use of speech persuasive? Okay, very good, Mohtar. Very good question. When you are talking about something which is very important and you're using slides, or you're using a blackboard, or you're using some flip charts, okay, whatever form you're using, make sure that you are highlighting those things. Because when you are making a speech, or when you are analyzing on something which is most important, try to make it sound as the most important thing, highlighted, so that people pay attention. Exactly. And very good way of analyzing Saiful is mirror therapy. Exactly. Very nice. It is the best way of improving your confidence and speaking more correctly. Someone just asked about how to conclude a section. Okay, Psychot, that's a good question. As I said, you have to have the power punch, right? So when you're ending a session, starting and ending are very, very phenomenal. They are very important. So when you're ending the session, again, use a power punch. That has to be something like bang on, that people remember you. You're not there, you're gone, but people remember you for your words that you talked about. So end it with a strong punch word. Say maybe a quote from somewhere, like Nelson Mandela says this, Mahatma Gandhi says this, or some Bangla, like if you're doing some speech in your country, so say something about the national hero or a national celebrity that everyone knows. So wherever you are, whichever part of the world you're making a presentation, make sure when you end the speech, you make a power quote towards the end. You say something which is phenomenal, that people remember you for that particular task that you performed, or that particular word that you said towards the end. Or like I talked about 6 P's or 7 C's. So when I am concluding, if I say, okay guys, do remember Ruby's mantra of 6 P's, so that's something you will remember. You may not remember other things what I said, but you're going to remember this because I emphasized towards the end when I was concluding my session. Should we have a subjective or objective approach to the content? Well, Ariful, it totally depends upon what you have in mind, what you're speaking. If it's a business presentation, of course, you have to be having very subjective approach. You have to focus on the content loud and clear, because that's what you're going to focus upon. But if you're talking public speaking, or if you're doing something which is like a Toastmasters or TEDx or inspirational speech, depending on where you are, what is the platform and what is the content that you're delivering, you can choose between subjective or objective. That's totally your call as a speaker. Leave a evergreen mark before you leave. Very good. Yes, Kavalpreet. Hello, hello, hi. Hi, Satvinder. Very nice. That's a very good way, Kavalpreet. You have to leave your mark. You have to, so that people remember you for it, right? Like, I have my YouTube channel. I never thought about having a YouTube channel because I'm an educator, right? I'm an educationist teaching here in the university. But when I was offered this TEDx talk, and afterwards, a lot of places where I was invited internationally to speak, they would always ask me for my videos. And I did not have a video because I never thought of this as my career or as my profession. So then someone said, why don't you create your YouTube? Like this, people can see all your speeches at one place. And with the help of my son, my family, they made my YouTube channel, and I'm so proud of it, that it is there. It is all my speeches, all my motivational talks, wherever I go, it's uploaded there. And whenever I'm speaking at some platform, people are putting up there. So it's something that I'm leaving a legacy, right? So public speaking is something where you leave a legacy for yourself, good or bad. All right, it could be both. So I'm so proud of it that it is there. I never thought about it in the past, but now it's running and it is so good. I feel great that I'm able to connect and motivate so many people across the world, which they wouldn't be able to if I did not have this, right? They could not listen to my voice. I'm over here and you are over there. So this is a good way to connect with the people and at the same time leave a legacy which is different from others. So if you guys want to follow or if you want to listen to my talks, feel free to subscribe to that channel, right? Yes, thank you, thank you. How do I overcome a tendency to say very good, Mohammed? Very good, Rabiul. It's the filler words. These are called the filler words. Excellent answer, a question. So when we say filler words like whatever, or so, by the way, these are all filler words. It's very difficult. It's very, very difficult to overcome these filler words. But with practice, with just making a video of your own, recording of your own speeches, or saying those things again and again, you can overcome them. Like speak in front of the mirror or recording your own session. You can cover up. You say, oh my God, I said 10 times. Oh my God, I said 5 times. So count how many times you do it yourself, and then you will see that, gradually you will improve on it. You have to critically analyze your own speeches. Thank you so much, Mohammed Abdul. Thank you. I'm speaking because I have been practicing consistently over the years, and it is just with speaking and talking and practicing that it makes you comfortable and confident. It doesn't come easily. It's not so easy, but with practice, it will be happening with you as well. How can we engage the audience without asking the question? Okay, Saikot. Again, that's very good. You're asking really intelligent questions. Nice. So, yes, it's if you're a person who doesn't want to ask a question, it's fine. Share some jokes, say something funny, or depending on what you're talking about. Like if you're talking about some like political thing, or if you're talking something fun thing, so relate your talk to that. Because if you're talking something fun, say a joke that audience is laughing with you. Say something which is easily engaging the people. They pay attention because they understand what you're talking about, right? And that's how you will be able to pay attention, and audience will be there with you. Or if you feel, if you're in a classroom, this I do a lot with my students. If I'm in the classroom and I see there are some naughty students who are not paying attention, so I ask them the question. I say, could you do this for me? Could you answer this? So that is to put people on the spot. But of course, if you're doing public speaking, you can't do that. But what you can do is by sharing jokes, by saying something that audience connects with you. So like I do this a lot with my female friends here when I'm doing some women empowerment speeches with the local groups. I talk about Shah Rukh Khan, or I talk about Salman Khan, like, the people, or I talk about Tom Cruise. So if I'm talking about a local or a celebrity, like a person who everyone knows, they immediately laugh over those jokes because everyone likes them, everyone associates with them. So have like an icebreaker. Very good, Shaiful. You just read my mind. Exactly. You should have like a icebreaker session, right? So say something that audience connects. Like, when I came, I told you, Namaskar Bangladesh, So it's like because I wanted to have the initial icebreaker. I wanted to connect with you. So I'm like, Kubalo, those using those words. I don't speak Bangla, but using those words, I connected with you. You'll remember that language is just not something that you can't overcome. It's something that the more you speak, the more people are there with you. But you need to have something that audience remembers. So even without asking questions, thank you so much, Sajib. Thank you. God bless you. So it's very important when you're talking to the audience, use the words that they would like to listen. So if you're talking to a group of youngsters, say something about the pop star, whichever country you are, talk about the pop icon of that place. Like when I go to my international talks, I remember when I'd been to China, I said something and I noticed that people are not laughing at my jokes. I said the joke again and I noticed that people are not laughing. So I was like, what's happening? And when the interpreter said the joke again, people started laughing. Then I was like, oh my God. Now I know they did not understand my joke, and that's why the reaction was late. So make sure whoever is your audience, wherever you are going, you understand at least the basics, that they understand you. Okay, do not say something that could be controversial. Do not say something that could be hurting the sentiments of the people, right? Don't say something with religion, don't say something with the political leaders, because that could cause some problem. So make sure you use the words which are very comfortable and people like it. Okay, Shaful, I don't understand exactly what you're writing. It's very difficult to read. It's in Bangla. I don't understand clearly. How can I end public speaking presentation differently? Very good question, Abdullah. So to make an impact, all these are power punches. Everyone wants to stand apart or make an impact, and for that you could either end with with a game, or something like something which is like impromptu. Okay, guys, now you have to do this. Put them in a game situation, or say something which the audience is not prepared for. Say something fun that they did not think about. So you will definitely be ending your presentation in such a way that people will remember. It could be a game, it could be giving, okay, let's have a session. We are going to have the first two people who said the best us a prize, something like this. So if you announce something like this, audience loves you. They'll be like, wow, that's awesome. So they are there with you, right? So it could be a prize, it could be a contest, it could be to all the people today, I'm going to give first 10 people who subscribe to my channel something like this, or first 10 subscribers to my channel are going to get this. So if I'm announcing something, it is engaging the people, and when the presentation is over, people would want to do it because they want to get that price. So this is something like a marketing technique, or it's like a engaging your customers. You say something that they are wanting to have that particular product, or they are wanting to have that particular incentive that you are offering. I think I answered your question properly, Abdullah. Thank you. uh, how can I perform as a good speaker? Well, the key is in your hands. You are the master of your destiny. To make a presentation comfortable, to make a presentation impactful, just use the right words, right keywords. Even if you're a bundle of nerves, even if you're nervous, it's okay. Keep a smile on your face. Keep smiling and keep the audience connection. I don't say that keep smiling like looking stupid, right? Keep smiling is like have a pleasant smile on your face that people feel you are happy or you're not nervous. So make sure that you are connecting, going back, connecting, going back. And that way you have the audience with you all the time, right? Very good. Yes, that's a very good way of describing. Excellent, excellent. It's important, when you're speaking, you need to make sure that audience may get bored. Like we are all human minds, and these days millennials or Generation Z, they have a very little span of attention. They just move quickly outside. They just move from one span to another. So make sure if you have your audience there with you, so say something, talk to them in such a way that they are engaged throughout. So maybe if you're doing a public speaking, you have 5 minutes of speaking, then it's different. But if you're doing public speaking where you're giving a seminar or where you're giving a webinar, so for those kind of things, make sure that you give audience something that they refer to. They understand it, like a prize, like entertainment, or something that is engaging them, making them work in groups, giving them some team activity or icebreaker, and that's how you can involve the group with you, right? How can I constantly keep my motive in the whole time? Okay, that's a very, very good question. That when you're speaking, even you can get bored, right? It's normal. So when you're speaking, make sure you drink lots of water, you hydrate yourself very well, and focus on what you need to speak about. Keep on focusing, because the more you focus, the more you pay attention on the basics, the more you will be able to complete your objective, and your motive will be loud and clear. All right? Does that answer your question, Tasmeen? Is there any platform or forum? Sorry, is there any platform or forum where we can practice public speaking? Well, public speaking is something that, the more you listen to the TED Talks. If there's a Toastmasters club in your area, join a Toastmasters club or a public speaking club. And of course, I will encourage you to watch my YouTube channels. Soon I'll be starting with public speaking sessions as well on the channel. So you can follow my YouTube channel. And thereafter, if you need private tutoring or something which is more like a mentoring, I can refer you to some of the places where you can do it. There are lots and lots of online things which you can do completely free. You don't have to pay for them. And following some influencers or YouTubers who talk, or some TEDx speakers, that will really motivate you. You can develop your own style. You don't have to copy anyone. You can develop your own style. You should be original, right? You don't have to just copy other people. Just be original. um, I didn't understand the question. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for delivering. How can I overcome fear of before a judge panel? Okay, that's something, if you are a culprit, you will always be scared because you've done something wrong, right? So if you are standing in front of police or in front of the judge, that means if you are guilty, then of course you will be always scared, because in your inner heart you know that you have committed something which is not okay. So your ethics will always be cribbing you. But if you're innocent, if you have not done anything which is wrong, then of course after a period of time you'll feel comfortable because you know that you are correct. The name of my YouTube channel is my name, Ruby Bakshi Khurdi. Okay, so if you just write this on YouTube, it will take you to my YouTube channel, and then you can subscribe and follow the videos that I post. I do a lot of motivational videos, and there are some what do you call tutorials also. There is a tutorial on emotional intelligence, and there's a tutorial on women empowerment. So all, and believe me, women empowerment is just not for women, it's for men as well. There are more men, I would say equal number of men and women who have taken my courses, and it's free. You don't have to pay anything. You just need to subscribe and answer the questions that are there. That's it. So you will definitely see, like, you will evolve as a person. It's very important. You will definitely evolve as a person, and it will make you feel better, because the more and more, as I said, emotional intelligence, the more and more you do better, you evolve and become better at it. What about LinkedIn? Yes, you can follow me on LinkedIn. Please feel free to contact me, connect with me on LinkedIn. It's again my name, so you can definitely be connected with me on LinkedIn. Mr. Yousuf can give you my connect, but it's just my name. Whether it's YouTube channel or LinkedIn, both places it's my name. And on Facebook, it's Ruby Bakshi Khurdi, international speaker. That's my Facebook page. So feel free to connect in these social media handles, and whatever support I can give, I'll definitely give you. And of course, Mr. Yousuf is there. He's himself a great trainer. He's an amazing trainer, so he'll definitely be helping you with it. Is there any impact on sixth sense? Wow, that's a very, very good question. Impact of sixth sense to become a public speaker? Very good, Rabiul. Very good question. I would say there is no impact or anything. It's like, when you're talking to the audience, like just as I'm talking to you guys, I'm getting more and more comfortable. I'm enjoying it. Okay. So if your questions were a little bit not good or not comfortable, or you were just speaking in Bangla, or you were speaking in Spanish or German or a language that I'm not comfortable with, I would not be okay. I would feel nervous. So six senses, when you're getting these good vibes, just as I'm getting good vibes with you guys, I'm feeling comfortable and I'm enjoying my presentation, right? I'm enjoying how I'm speaking. But if I was not comfortable with the language, thank you so much, Mehfuzul, for subscribing to my channel. That's great. How can we combine all these lessons in one lesson? Of course, there is no one main thing. I would say it's like a series of things that are already there. So you can't mix everything and have a pasta or have a, what, the halwa. I don't know whether you know halwa or not, a dessert. For getting everything, you need to make an effort, work on it consistently. As I said, Rome was not built in a day. It took some time. So same is for you. Don't think you can achieve everything with a, like this. It's not easy. You need to work on it consistently, and you will see the benefit. You will enjoy, because you will actually evolve. And that's the beauty of emotional intelligence. You are born with a particular intelligence, right? So people will say, oh, she's so intelligent, or he's so intelligent. But emotional intelligence is something that evolves, because there are days you feel great, there are days that you don't feel great. Thank you so much, Shahjahan. Thank you so much for subscribing. Great. So emotional intelligence is something that will make you feel better. All right. So the more you feel better, the more you evolve as a person. And that's the beauty, because there's no one main rule. It evolves every day, every single day. Just as you, someday you feel good, someday you feel bad. So you evolve, you cover up your emotions, right? Last question. Great. Thank you so much. What facial expressions or body language help the speaker, and what does not? Okay, so I just told you, like, right now, because we are having this physical, I would say it's virtual platform, so I can't really, talk more in terms of, if we were doing this as a face to face, a real workshop, maybe I would get some people on the stage and make them show this is a good posture, this is not a good posture. So make sure when you're talking to your audience, you maintain eye contact, smile a bit, use hand movements to show or illustrate. Sometimes bend your body if you have to illustrate on something or talk something which is very important. Bend down a little bit to show them how important it is or what it is, like they will understand you. And at the same time, give something which is very easy for the people to understand. Make them, like, in terms of body language, never show your back to the audience, always focus and keep standing in front. And what you should never do is never close your arms like this, or never do something like this, never close anything. Everything should be open, whether it's your hand movements, your foot, your tone. Everything has to be open and evolving throughout. Don't have monotonous, like, don't keep on speaking in like excited tone, like then it's not exciting anymore. So keep your voice modulation up and down. Keep on changing the way you're standing wherever you're standing, and keep on making audience come back to you. You might lose them for some time, but then they need to come back to you. That's very important. Shakawat, how to improve communication skills? Well, that's something, a very detailed process. Communication skills is like whether you're talking about oral skills or written skills. For oral skills, it's not like something that you can do it in a session. I can tell you the nuggets, like you need to work on this. But for complete thing, there are some sessions that I do give on, like, as a mentoring or as webinars. So when I'm doing something like this, I'll definitely share. If you're following my YouTube channel or my Facebook personal page, the information will be shared there. So when you know about it, you can definitely join. So all of you can definitely join once you see those, whenever that information is coming up, the information pops up. So you will see that, and then you feel free that you can join. And of course, Mr. Yousuf is also there. He'll definitely let you know on his platform if you're doing something, so you'll be informed about it. I missed a question. I didn't really see something with distract was there and it went away. What if you audiences keep talking with others and tries to distract you? Okay, so if you are talking about yourself that you would be distracted, that could be annoying. That could be something, it has happened, in some real places I have seen. Thankfully, it didn't happen with me, but it happened with some people and I was witnessing it. So sometimes you as a speaker gets frustrated, and you feel angry. So best is when someone is talking, you can tell them, guys, I think there's something very interesting, could you share with us? Okay, so shift the focus from yourself to them. So if they are constantly talking, just say this and you will see the difference. The magic will happen. Just tell them, is there something so interesting? Can you share with me? Or can you share with our audience? So if they see that the focus is moving from you to them, they'll definitely feel embarrassed and they'll not do that. Thank you so much, Masood. Thank you so much. God bless you. Amarpreet, delivery and content are two sides of the same coin which are needed for effective speaking. How to create a balance between the two? Very good question, Amarpreet. Very good. See, delivery, as I said, when the chart that I had shown in the beginning, body language and content, right? So delivery is when you're actually doing it, when you're actually performing it. But content, if you see, when you're doing a public talk, content is something that people really don't pay attention so much, because that's how you are speaking, how you are saying. But if you say with conviction, people definitely will pay attention. So you need to have a balance. Even if you know facts and figures show that body language is 55%, okay, it's a major percentage of how you're delivering, what you're wearing, how you're speaking, how you're interacting with your audience. And content is much less. But you have to have a balance, because if your content is not interesting, people will lose attention. They will not come back to you. So make sure that just as you are paying attention on whether audience is listening to you or not, when you feel they're not there with you, throw the ball on them so that they are there with you. Make sure that you grab the attention. And for that, you need to have the punchlines, the 6 P's that I just talked about. You need to have the punchlines and focus on the 7 P's or 7 C's of public speaking, in terms of it has to be complete and concrete. So if it is complete and concrete, automatically people will appreciate and they'll come back to you. All right. I think it's a little bit much clearer. Thank you so much, Ali. Definitely people will be benefited inside your topics and words. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much, Ali. That's very kind of you. God bless you. When asked presentation in middle of a presentation, I forget the sequence. What is the solution? Wonderful, Mitali. That's really nice. That happens with my school or university students a lot. So it's very important to tell, if you are the speaker, you should take control of the situation, right? So make sure when you are up there, you tell them, guys, I'm open to questions. Please ask questions after the presentation is done. Or if you want to give them a chance, you can tell them, guys, please feel free. Whenever there's a question, raise your hand. I'll answer the question. So you are a speaker, you are a trainer. So make sure that you control the situation accordingly. The audience, remember I said, what was Ruby's mantra? I know everything. People, can you write? I know everything. What did I say? What was Ruby's mantra that I told you? I know everything and audience knows. Come on. If you write, then I will know that you followed it. I know everything and audience knows nothing. Very good. Very good. So if you know it, right? If you own that information, automatically people are going to come back to you, right? So make sure you have the control. You have the remote control in your hand. So give the audience the right to ask the question or not interrupt in the question. So say that very strictly in the beginning, guys, please do not disturb, not say, don't say disturb. Guys, please ask questions towards the end. In the end, we'll have a Q&A. So please focus and share your ideas then. Then they will ask you. Then it will be comfortable. So like this, you can manage and have a control on the audience. When any people disagree with me, how can I handle? Nazmus, that's a very, very wise question. It's normal that not every time that you are saying something, people have to agree, because people have the right to disagree. It's normal, right? So if they disagree and you think that it's becoming like a fight or it's becoming a bit negative, so make sure that, you say some convincing words and you can just say, well, you have the right to differ. But if you think that it's becoming a bit ugly, or it's not getting to any solution, or it's not, showing you anything positive, then just keep quiet. Don't make it big, right? Or just say, okay, I think you don't agree with me. It's fine. You have the right to differ, and conclude in this way. Make sure that you control the situation by not making it ugly or not saying something that could have a bad repercussion on the overall thing, right? Thank you, Zohan. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's a very good question. That's a very good question. Ajoy, that's very nice of you to think. Yes, you have to dress smartly when you go for your any kind of talk, and also know the audience where you're talking. It depends. If you're going for formal talk, you have to dress up formally, because dress, as I said, body language, attire is a part of body language. For women, makeup, For men, grooming, how you go. If you're going for a professional talk, make sure that you have shaved well, your hair is well. If you have long hair, put a gel. For women, do not go with a lot of makeup, because that's not a fashion show. It's not something that you are going for. Like, it depends. If you're going for a party, or you're going for a talk which is fashion, with fashion people, or which is fashionista, it's fine. So make sure you need to know which place you're going, what is the occasion, what is the place, and based on that you have to decide your dress as well as your makeup and other grooming things which go with it. If I have to give a presentation in front of teachers, and I do mistakes, then what do I do? It's normal, Rabia. That's very, very normal. If you are giving a presentation, as I said, we are all human. We have the right to make mistakes. So if you are making a mistake, just say, excuse me, or pardon, I did this, and keep speaking. Do not stop. Or because you're nervous, don't avoid these kind of hand movements, or like this, or like this. People start going on the face, or people start messing with the hands. Avoid these. If you make a mistake, if you're stuck, it's fine. Move on. Do not stop. Never stop in the middle of the presentation, because if you stop, then it could be a little bit not fine with the audience. So make sure when you're talking, keep on continuing. You have the right to make mistakes, but keep on continuing. All right. Very good, very good. Thank you so much, Saikot. You were a good student, participated pretty well. Very nice. Yes. Thank you so much, Saidullah Sardar. Thank you. I also really enjoy talking to you guys. Very good. The way the interaction is going on. Very good questions. Very entertaining questions. Thank you, Tasmeen. So those of you who mentioned that they would want to be better public speakers, or they would want to improve on their communication skills, again, I'm telling, you can subscribe to my channel, where I keep on posting a lot of communication stuff, motivational talks, as well as keep a tag on my professional page on Facebook, that is Ruby Bakshi Khurdi, international speaker. So wherever we are having any kind of seminars or webinars which you can access from whichever part of the world, make sure you follow the page. Like this, you get all the information. And if we can do something to make you a better speaker, why not? The more, the better. It's always good. We should always keep on sharing. And that's what life is all about, right? If someone asks me related questions with topic, but I don't know the correct answer, how will I handle it? Ramesh, we just answered that question, I think, some time ago. But again, it's normal. If you don't know the answer, do not get stuck, or do not act as if you know the answer. Be honest. You can just say, I think it could be this. I'm not sure. There's no harm in accepting that you are not knowing everything. You can't know everything. You are human, right? So it's best just be honest in telling to the audience, or to the people who are asking you, I think it could be, but I'm not sure. And this is what people like, because you are honest and they appreciate it. Ah, Shamima, very nice. How can I present a boring topic interestingly? Well, it's an art. It's again an art. You need to think about, when you are the presenter, you need to think about how you can make it fun, how you can make it presentable, by jokes, by quoting some known people, by talking about, like, if you see the crowd loves music, so say something from music, sing a song. There's no point. Like, it's not something. Again, I'm saying, it all depends. Public speaking is all about where you are, what is the location. So if you are in a fun place, you can even sing a song, you can even say a joke or a poetry to get the audience, because if the audience likes you, they will pay attention to your content easily. And of course, be very careful what is the place that you're talking, because if it's a very formal gathering and you start singing a song, you will lose credibility. So make sure, have your homework done very well by asking the organizers where you are going, who is the audience, corporate level, fashion people, media people, students. So based on that, you need to have complete information, and that will definitely help you. You'll not make a fool of yourself. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Ramul. Thank you, Ariful. That's very, very nice of you. Definitely, you will borrow. You will have them. You don't have to borrow. You will own them. But it comes with practice. You will also be speaking very well, Ikramul. You'll also do it very well. It's just with practice. Yes, yes. Don't think it's my skills or her skills or his skills. You can be a great speaker as well, but just be consistent. How can I make the crowd make me remember? Very well said, Alam. That's a great thing. As I said, share a joke, say something that people associate with you, and they'll definitely remember you. And do remember, like just as I said.
Uh,
Yes, Mr. Yusuf.
Thank you, Dr. Ruby. Lots of people asking, you were really amazing speaker, and
Thank you.
you did simply superb. And
Thank you
today,
so much.
learned a lot of things from you. Being a trainer, I have learned today a lot of you from you. So, dear viewers, now our time for go. Okay. So already we are passing more than 90 minutes. So we are really love you to all of your interactions, all of your questions, especially Ruby's mantra. I know everything, and say participants know
No,
nothing,
nothing.
right?
Audience knows nothing.
Right. Participant knows nothing.
Very good.
So
Very
really,
good.
it's amazing. So we can take one or two or finally three questions. After that, we will conclude our today's session. So, Dr. Ruby, you can speak 1 or 2 minutes for your final part.
Well, I would just like to say, everyone, it was amazing talking to you. You guys were an amazing audience. Thank you so much, Yusuf ji, for having me here on your platform of Future Icons. I can definitely see a lot of icons over here coming up in the future, doing great, doing amazing. And it's an amazing platform that you have provided to the people. So many people ask such wonderful questions. Just remember, everyone, guys, nothing comes easily. There's no success formula. There's no magic formula. You need to work for it consistently. Just be consistent. Just be yourself. You don't have to copy. I told you about the mantras. I said these are Ruby's mantras, but you don't have to copy Ruby. Be your awesome you. You are great. So just invent yourself. It's great to have influencers. It's great to have role models, right? But do not copy them. You need to invent yourself. And that's what is it called, reinvent the awesome you. Make the better version of yourself and never copy anyone. So thank you so much. All the best. And I'm sure we are going to see each other soon, someday.